talk. A live one-on-one conversation, 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie KWard coming at ya. Sit back, relax, have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax, have fun, some smiles, a few laughs.
Hey everyone, I am your host, Jazzie KWard, and welcome to Artist Talk. I'm so glad to be here with you tonight, welcoming me into your homes wherever you are across the world. So what are you guys doing tonight? So what I need you to do first is to jump over to KWard Radio. That's right, my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe and go right over, right there. And make sure you hit the notification bell. Go back and catch the replays of all these amazing artists that are featured here on the show, as well as subscribe to my website. That's KWardRadio.com. Some great things are coming. And again, what another great month. And also, if anyone is celebrating a birthday this month, happy birthday to you. Get out, do something fun. Make sure you take care of yourself. And it's Juneteenth month. What are you doing to celebrate Juneteenth? That's right. So I need everyone that's coming on in the room. First of all, share the video, share the live, share the love. We're in for a great conversation tonight. That's right. We're talking to Monica, aka Miss Drummer. Now that's MZ Drummer Carter, who is a special guest tonight right here on Artist Talk. So any questions and comments that you have, make sure you post them there in the video. But Monica Miss Drummer Carter was named one of the next great drummers in Atlanta. And she's played all over the world. You know, she's played with a number of R&B artists, gospel artists, including James Lloyd, Gerald Levert, Vicki Winans, and that's just to name a few. And that's why Miss Drummer has that it factor. Now let's check out a snippet right here on Artist Talk. Ooh, I betcha. I love that song. Did you see her back on the drums? Maybe Miss Drummer can teach me something. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we have with us a special guest, international recording artist, Miss Drummer. Let's give her a lot of love and let's welcome her to Artist Talk.
Hey, Kay.
Hey, Miss Drummer, what's happening?
Thanks for having me on the show. I was watching the concert. I forgot all about that one.
You know what? I was in the mix of that. Miss Drummer, I was about to call you Monica. What would you prefer, Monica or Miss Drummer?
Miss Drummer.
Miss Drummer. I like that. So Miss Drummer, when I was sitting up here looking, you were grooving back there. And I think that was live at the perfect note, right?
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, wow. Amazing, talented, gifted. Hey, Nicole, welcome to the show. Everybody that's coming on, welcome to the show. And again, if you have questions, hey, Victoria, good evening to you. I miss you, my friend. And hey, what's up, Marcus? Thank you so much. We got Miss Drummer with us tonight. If y'all have questions, comments, make sure you leave them there for Miss Drummer. And also let everybody, and you can also follow Miss Drummer on Facebook. All you have to type is Miss Drummer, and you can also follow her on IG. This girl is bad. And if you don't know Miss Drummer, as we say here on the show, shame on you. You better get to know Miss Drummer. she is bad. So let me ask you this question, Miss Drummer. How did you just come up with the name, Miss Drummer?
So before I was 18, my name was Little Drummer Girl. That's what everybody called me. So I was like, hey, I got my license now. I'm driving. I got a job. So we got to switch that around. So some people start calling me Miss Drummer. Hey, Miss Drummer. So I was like, hey, I put that on my license plates, and that's been my stage name ever since.
I was going to say, Miss Drummer, you look like you're about 18 now.
Oh, see, I'm going to have to hit your Cash App up.
Like, you look like you're 18 now. But
thank you.
Let me ask you this, Drummer. Why should Black people care about jazz?
Jazz can speak in a way without words for me. Growing up very young, I listened to gospel, hip hop, R&B, and an artist by the name of James Lloyd picked me up off of YouTube. He started Pieces of a Dream, and he introduced me into the jazz world. And when I started to perform with him, I seen how jazz musicians get so much more notice, more accolades on stage than when I was playing with a hip hop artist. It was just, oh, there's a drummer up there. But, you know, they give you solos. It's just so much more better. So I started playing jazz, and I noticed how the jazz supporters and lovers will support you until you're in the grave. I mean, you can play until you're 70, 80 years old, and they will rock with you. And hip hop and R&B, you have maybe a window of maybe 5-10 years, and then the next hottest thing comes out. So I've learned over the years to appreciate jazz more and more.
That's great, and I definitely understand that, Ms. Drummer. So can you explain to us what's been some challenges moving maybe from hip hop, R&B, maybe to coming over to jazz? Were there any challenges that you had to go through?
Uh, I guess for me, playing with R&B artists and hip hop, you play the music and that's it. When I started to travel with James Lloyd, funny story, I did the first show and I did great. And he said, "Well, you're a part of my band now." And he said, "Everywhere that we go, you're gonna solo." So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, okay, great. I'll just show the band, arrangements to have me solo." He was like, "Oh no,
No.
everybody's leaving the stage. You're gonna be out there by yourself for 5 minutes." So it
Wow.
pulled a lot out of me to express myself on stage by
Right.
myself. You don't get that with the R&B. Destiny's Child, Beyonce is not going to give you a drum solo for 5 minutes by yourself in front of 100, 200,000 people. So that's why I was saying jazz really uh, pulled out of me music that I didn't even know I had.
Right. Wow. That's great. Hey, we got J. King Holiday. Thank you so much, my friend, for stopping by. And hey, Reggie Hines, also in Atlanta. Hey, my friend. So good to see you, Reggie. Uh, what about, Miss Drummer, being an African American female in this business, I think about greats like I'm a huge fan, of course, of Sheila E. and Terry Lynn Carrington.
Mhm.
And, those women are so many amazing other women. How has it been for you in the business, just being a woman?
Being a woman, there's more challenges than anything because, we're the minority. So sometimes when you have to put your foot down about the business and everything, sometimes that could rub guys the wrong way. But
Yeah.
you definitely have to have that balance to, I'm the soft female, but on the other side of things, I'm about my business as well. And once you
Right.
establish that, the respect level goes up, um, and being a female in this business,
Mm-hmm.
you definitely can approach music in a way we express differently. I leave everything that I have on the stage. And being a female and able to use that's therapy for me. When I leave the stage, I can take care of a whole community because you know the feeling. I'm very passionate. I'm not saying the guys aren't, but
Right.
it can be felt when a female on stage leaves it all out there. So it's very, very unheard of to see a lot of female musicians travel and do it on the level that I'm getting a chance to do it. So I'm
Mhm.
definitely grateful. Reggie said, "Keep the pocket and you'll stay working."
That's right.
Absolutely. But Reggie, I have to make this comment. I was talking to some legends and growing up in church, I started playing quartet music. So we were
Okay.
in the pocket all day. Anybody got the Holy Ghost? So,
Hey.
coming over to jazz and playing for the artists that I play, you can also get fired if you're boring. So a lot
Wow.
of times, yes, you can get people have gotten sent home for being boring. So you can keep the pocket, but know when and where to put the season on things and dynamics and you know being able to solo and hold your own. So that was a good conversation we had in the studio one time of knowing how to keep pocket, but knowing how to season your pocket so that you're not just boring and just staying there in the pocket all the time.
Okay. Wow. You're telling me some information that's kind of surprising. Like Miss Drummer said, you got to keep a little jalapeno on that, y'all, just to keep the
Yeah, a
spicy.
little spice.
Kenneth said also, he said your rhythm will win them over. Yeah, she is bad, y'all. Miss Drummer. So make sure you follow her, live on Instagram. You can also follow her on Facebook, on all social media platforms. And I was going to ask you about that, like growing up, like your childhood. How was how was music in your household?
I was only allowed to listen to the Kenton spirituals and the Mississippi Mass. I grew up in a very strict household. I grew up apostolic, so
Okay.
even when I became over 18, I couldn't get caught in the house listening to R&B and jazz. So we had Sony Walkmans. So that's when we sneak and listen to Mint Condition, Prince. I had to sneak and listen to this stuff. And when I came out and started playing professionally, I was behind on the classics and the standards because I was only allowed to listen to gospel in my household, and we were in church all the time. So, I really had to work hard to catch up and know people make the world go round. Mr. Magic, Inner City Blues. They were calling those out at, open mics. And I was like, what's that? Like, what? You don't know that? No.
Was it like your family members? Was anyone in your family like musically inclined? Anybody else play instruments, like vocalists?
No instruments. My dad was a quartet singer. And when I started to develop a love for rhythm and the drums, I used to get on the drums at church during offering when my cousin would get up. And they just started praying over me at night, for God to bless me with the gift. And my dad would sit me down almost every week, and we would watch the Kenton Spirituals, and he would show me the drummer, and he's like, look, he's standing in the pocket no matter what. So I watched videos of my dad. These kids have YouTube now. Like, they're coming out of the womb playing. And I'm like, we didn't have that. So yeah, that's how I had to learn, was just VHS tapes and watching other drummers.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. So everywhere, if you're just tuning into the show, I'm your host, Jazzie KWard. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're talking to international sensation recording artist Miss Drummer is hanging out with us a little bit tonight. But again, if you have questions or comments, make sure you leave them there. And just to go back, Miss Drummer, a little bit, you remember last year was a blessing and a curse for a lot of us, this pandemic. So even through that entire process, how did you even navigate through that?
So I used that time to propel. I have been trying to work on my album for 10 years, and moving down here to Atlanta, my schedule picked up so much so I couldn't concentrate on my own music. So I was able to finish my first album. I released it on my birthday last year. And I started doing a lot of studio work, just getting with my guys, and artists would send over music. We were recording a lot. And Atlanta, we slowed down for maybe a month. But thank God, being a female, I was still in demand to be able to get calls, and we played through it. I played through it.
You played through it. So, so from where you moved from, did you see like a major difference being in Atlanta versus where you came from? Do you think that helped your career?
Absolutely. I love my hometown, but you have to get around movers and shakers that are doing it on the level that you want to do it on. And I knew that in Cleveland, we had Jazzie KWard, the OJs, we didn't really have a lot of celebrities in Cleveland. So there wasn't a lot of opportunities. When I moved here to Atlanta, and about after the second year, work started pouring in, I was able to work with artists on a higher level. And my schedule picked up, and it never slowed down. And it stays warmer here. In Cleveland, in the winter months, our work would slow down and stuff would get canceled because of the snow and the weather. So here it stays warmer longer. So I work all year long.
All year long. That's all good. I'm gonna also tell you, Miss Drummer, I'm from Ohio.
Oh, really? From where?
I'm from Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we didn't go there. I went to Kings Island one time, and they didn't have enough roller coasters for me, so I just stayed. I kept it at Cedar Point every year.
Cedar Point. Okay, great. So everybody, again, continue to keep it locked right here on Artist Talk. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to have more conversation with Miss Drummer right after this.
Come on in. I've been waiting for you. I just can't get enough.
everyone. My name is Bridget Williams. I'm the owner of Necessities 101. Please follow the links below that will take you to my website and my business pages. I am trying to collaborate with stylists, bloggers, influencers, musicians, and everyone in between. I specialize in statement jewelry. So if you're planning a wedding or a photo shoot, I am your go-to person. Please check my page out. In doing so, you will be supporting a small business, and I would like to thank you in advance for that. Have a great day.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the show, Artist Talk. We're talking to recording artist Miss Drummer. And don't forget to check out Miss Drummer on her IG page as well as Facebook. And she has a new project out. It's called Radiant Rhythms. And if you don't have it, shame on you. And you need to go pick up the project. So, Miss Drummer, tell them how they can support you in picking up this amazing project.
Yeah, it's on all digital outlets, Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes. Check it out. I tried to put something on the album for everybody. Contemporary jazz. We got some R&B. We have instrumentals. So yeah, check it out. It will definitely have a track on there that you can vibe to. I promise.
Okay. You want to tell us a little bit? We're going to show just a clip of you doing what you do.
Okay.
Is there any little story behind the clip that we're going to show?
Which clip is that?
I think it's Puzzle. I was actually my producer.
Puzzle Pieces?
Yeah, Puzzle Pieces.
Yes. So I wrote that song 10 years ago. And then, during COVID, I was like, I'm gonna make it a little faster and I'm gonna make the arrangements a little bit more busier. And I'm very proud of it. Sheila E. just showed it on her YouTube show Saturday, and she loved it. So you all check it out.
Okay. So we're going to feature it right here, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it right here on Artist Talk. Yes, she did that. But
so that was called Another Place. That was that wasn't Puzzle Pieces.
That was Another Place. Okay, but I hear a little gospel in that too. I hear a little gospel mixed in there.
Yeah, you can try to play it for offering.
When you're at the church and the pastors get ready to pray, you can play that.
Give us some giving music.
Yeah, give it. That's right. And it's all about giving. So we need everybody, and let people know your social media page on IG so they can follow.
It's the same as my Cash App. I'm Miss Drummer on everything. So my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. If you just type in Miss Drummer, I'll come up.
You come up. And again, also people were texting me and tweeting and saying, if they hit you up directly, Miss Drummer, like, do you sign copies of your CDs, autograph copies?
Definitely. I actually have been sending some out every week since I released it. So I have hard copies. So if they just cash at me $15 and
Okay.
just inbox where they want the CD sent. Some
Okay.
people have it sent to their church or their job or whatever. You know, it doesn't have to come to your home. I'll autograph it and I'll send it right out. You'll get it in like 5 days.
Okay. Let me ask you this: was the drums your first love?
I wanted to play saxophone, and
Makes sense.
then my parents, they were kind of strict, so they didn't want me to take lessons with someone unless they were there.
Okay.
So I wanted to play keys, and then I found out you had to learn all the keys. I didn't want to transpose, so I was like, you know what, I'll just play drums. I was in drill team at a young age, and I started making up all the steps. We won national championships.
Okay.
um, so I was like, you know, I have a thing for rhythm. So my dad was a quartet singer. I would go with him to rehearsals every Saturday. I was a daddy's girl, and I would pray that the drummer wouldn't show up. Like, it was that serious for me, because that would be another way to bond with my dad. And you know, sometimes the drummer didn't show up, so I got started that way, and just playing in church.
Okay. Well, who were some of your musical influences? I'm sure Sheila E. was one of them.
So there was a drummer named Liddell Abrams that
Okay.
played for John P. Key,
Okay.
and Terry Baker that used to play on Bobby Jones' show every Sunday, because I was only allowed to watch gospel. So those were the first two drummers that I connected with, because that's who I seen the most.
Okay. Have you ever had the opportunity to work with Sheila E. or Terry Lynn Carrington or any other drummer?
Not yet.
Female?
I just met Sheila the beginning of last year,
Mhm.
face to face. So
Okay.
she just learned about me last year. So I met Terry Lynn Carrington. I did a Tri-C Jazz Fest, but
Okay.
it was a lot of people around. So she was like, "Come on, let's hurry up and get the picture," and then I gotta move
Okay.
around. And I understand that as an artist. So
Okay.
maybe in the future we're just gonna put that on in the atmosphere. That
Okay.
we'll share the stage soon.
Yeah. So, do we see any collaborations with Sheila Carrington, or anybody else coming up in the future that you're working on?
Uh, if everybody wants to see it, just hit up Sheila's page and just collab with Miss Drummer. We want to see it. So we
That's
got to
right.
get the fans what they want. So if enough people say it, I'm sure she'll do it.
Should do it. So your project Radiant Rhythms, who were
Hmm.
some of the producers and other people you worked with on this album?
So I produced the album. My co-producer his name is Wayne Thornton. He's a drummer for Music Soul Child. And
Okay.
with COVID restrictions, you know, I couldn't fly people in that I wanted to be on the album. So we're in the studio every week just banging it out ourselves. And I had a couple of guest musicians and we got it done.
Okay. That's amazing. Uh, Tell us about your project that you have coming up. A gig you have coming up with some other amazing artists. I know you're featured on that's coming up in August in Virginia.
Okay. So we're doing Jazz on the Lawn, and I'm opening it up for Howard Hewitt, which I'm excited about. The last time I was in Virginia, we did a Jazzy Christmas, and it was a sold out show.
Right.
So I know the fans, they've been deprived of live music. So I can't wait to get there in August to perform for everyone. And we'll be outside. If you're in the area, come to Jazz on the Lawn. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be so. Anybody, if you're in the Virginia area, make sure you make it over to that. And you also have another event coming up. So, what's your plan for like Father's Day? Do you get with your father, or what do you normally do?
So my father is deceased.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
usually it's okay. Mother's Day and Father's Day, I put together an all-female band and we do shows. So this Sunday we'll be performing in Douglasville, Georgia. I have Tracy on keys. She's the keyboard player for Fantasia, Janelle Monáe, CeeLo. Tasia is on bass. She's the bass player for Janelle Monáe. And then I have a violinist and a really good singer. So if you're in the area, if you're in Georgia this weekend, come to Table 25, all-female band at 5:00.
Okay. Okay. Atlanta, Georgia, the surrounding areas. Don't forget, check out Miss Drummer. check out our IG page, check out our Facebook page, and don't forget, everybody, purchase the album. I listened to it. It's on my Spotify list. And shame on me for not knowing Miss Drummer sooner. But I'm definitely a fan of hers now. I'll be definitely promoting your music on WVAS 90.7, which is our smooth jazz station on the campus of Alabama State University. I have been playing it, and some of the students on the campus like, who is that? And I said, well, that's Miss Drummer. And it's like, well, I didn't know. It's like, a lot of people, when they hear like, oh, I didn't know anything about Sheila E. When they hear a drummer, it's like, I'm so glad to hear about another female drummers, because again, I don't think women, and especially a lot of female drummers, get the recognition that they should get.
Yeah. Now the way that technology is set up, we can be musicians and artists at the same time. You can play behind artists, but you can be an artist yourself. Getting your music out there is so easier now. Having a presence on social media is so much easier. So we can take advantage of where technology is going and, just establish yourself. You don't have to wait on calls from artists to work. You can set up your own situations and do your own music in the meantime. So when you start tapping into that, you open up a world of possibilities.
That's true. And I was going to ask you, Ms. Drummer, some, young little girl watching that's coming up, that has hope, inspiration. And I'm sure in this music business, there have been challenges that you had to go through or overcome. What words of wisdom or advice that you could give someone that wants to follow you in your footsteps?
So there weren't any little girls on drums when I was coming along at all. So being me, that's what made me want to do it more. I don't like to go with the crowd. I like to stand out. So if you like something and a lot of women aren't doing it, push yourself, keep yourself encouraged. Like I said before, you all have YouTube. They can teach you how to build a house on YouTube now, let alone build an instrument, play an instrument, learn an instrument. Anything you want to do, you can do it. Just be consistent. I've been doing this for 20 years straight. And about 5 years ago, just tapping into success, family tried to talk me out of it. Just get a regular job. Friends tried to talk me out of it, But when you believe in yourself and you really have a passion and a niche for something, never give up. It will pay off. I promise you.
That's real. And my final question for you, Ms. Drummer, what's your most constant prayer?
This gift that God has given me, I don't want to abuse it. A lot of times we can get caught up when we're doing music full time and providing for our families, that we treat it as a job instead of a gift. When someone gives me a gift around Christmas, I want to use it. I want to take care of it. Someone thought enough of me to get me this gift, and I'm not going to give it away. So when you have your gift, a man is worthy of his hire. A woman is worthy of their hire. Don't give it away. Your gift can make room for you, but my prayer is that God's will be done with the gift. Real quick, 2 weeks ago, I had a performance at a club. A woman came up to me at the end and she wanted to buy a CD, but she had tears in her eyes. She said, I was going to kill myself yesterday, but my friend talked me out of it, and she brought me to see this live band because she knew I needed to get out. And after seeing you play, I don't want to kill myself anymore. You've given me hope. As a woman on drums, the way you command your band, the way you perform, the way you just uplifted me, I don't want to kill myself anymore. And I immediately started praying for her in the club while R&B was playing. A lot of times we don't give our gift enough credit. We can reach the world. We can change the world through music. If we didn't have music during COVID, there would be so many more suicides.
Exactly.
So I just don't want to take my gift lightly at all. It's some people I will never be able to reach out and touch, but they'll be able to hear me play and see me perform, in different countries. I just don't want to take that for granted ever.
Right. Yeah. That's true. Music for a lot of us, especially for me, I grew up in a home. I mean, it was full of love, full of music. And I asked myself a lot of the days, Miss Drummer, what would the world be without music? Because it's so healing. It's so therapeutic. For me, even, when I work out in the mornings time, I'm just completely by myself. And I think about music. It's happy, it brings us sad.
Hmm.
Sometimes it makes us think. So, Miss Drummer, what does mind, body, and soul, what does music heal you from?
Wow. It saves me a lot of money of going to see a therapist. When I'm on stage, it puts me in another world. I'm on cloud nine. When I get that energy from the audience, when I'm releasing what I have to give through music, it's so therapeutic, and it has kept me going for years and years. I lost both of my parents, and they got me started in music. If I didn't have music, like I just don't even see myself getting me that far. Music can carry you. I mean,
Mhm.
I get dressed to it. I love to listen to it. I love to learn it.
Yeah.
Um, I love to drive to it. It can motivate you while you're working out. So if we tap in, whatever, if it's jazz, R&B, hip hop, whatever you love to listen to, like it can carry you, whatever you're going through.
Trust me, it has gotten me through a lot of days. I would tell you this, Ms. Drummond. When I walk into, well, I've been working at home since the
Hmm.
pandemic for a year, but people at
Hmm.
my job, they know at my desk when I walk in my office, just like, Lord, Jazzy loves some music. So when I'm walking into the office, when I do go back to work, I have
Hmm.
like my iPod and my headphones in my ear.
Hmm.
Hey, I go in dancing. I'm a happy person. So I'm pretty much happy majority of the time. But music, I mean, wow, it brings out so many emotions in people.
Hmm.
And during this time, we need more and more artists like yourself. That's why it's important for those who watch this live, for those who go back and watch the replay. Check out Miss Drummer. Make sure you pick up her copy, Radiant Rhythms. I promise you, it will bless you. It'll fill your spirit, your mind. It'll make you get up and groove. If you're going to twerk, whatever you're going to do, remember, Miss Drummer definitely has that it factor. Any final words you want to say before we go, Miss Drummer?
Just thanks for having me, and I hope to meet everyone that tuned in. I hope to be in a city near you live anytime
Yeah.
soon. We're trying to get back to regular
Okay.
performing, so slowly but surely. But thanks everyone for tuning in, and I would love to come back.
Yeah. And let everyone know. It's Juneteenth weekend. It's Father's Day weekend. And Miss Drummer, let everyone know about the show this Sunday.
Okay, so Saturday I'll be performing with Case. We'll be in Winder, Georgia, at an amphitheater. So if you're in town, okay, Callie, I see Callie tapping in. Sunday we'll be in Douglasville, Georgia, at Table 25 doing a special Father's Day concert. August, Jazz on the Lawn in Virginia. For New Year's Day, I'll be performing with James Lloyd. He
Okay.
created Pieces of a Dream. We'll
I
be
love
in Florida for New Year's Day. So everyone follow me, and I'll keep everyone updated on everything that's going on.
it. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Drummer. And again, come back on Artist Talk anytime, more music, you're working on a new project. Would you please come back and talk to us?
Absolutely.
I would love it. And could you stick around for like 1 minute for me?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, another great show. I told you, if you don't know Miss Drummer, shame on you. Make sure you check out her latest release, Radiant Rhythms. It's available now on all platforms, wherever you can buy music. Follow her. You can check her out live on Instagram sometimes too. Just follow Miss Drummer. That's MZ Drummer. Another great show. Don't forget to check me out. Go over to KWard Radio right over there. No, right there. Make sure you hit the notification bell and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my website, kwardradio.com, if anybody would like to. So be on the show. Send me your music. My contact information is listed there. You can send me physical copies as well, or you can email me if you'd like any monetary gifts on the show. My PayPal, Cash App information is there. Join me each and every Saturday for Saturday Jazz Affair on WVAS FM 90.7 on the campus of Alabama State University. That's right, from 8 a.m. to 12 noon Central Standard Time. Thank you so much. And my girl, Costella, I miss you. And you know, she's in California. They know how to party. That's right. Don't forget to join me back on Monday. Have a great weekend. It's Juneteenth celebration. Get out and learn something about your history. There are a lot of different events going around nationwide. Check your local listings. Check with your tourism department about different events that are taking place. Get out and learn more about your heritage and the importance of Juneteenth as well. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Happy Father's Day to the mothers and the fathers that's doing both of the jobs. This is Jazzie KWard saying have a great weekend. Make sure you take care of yourself and be kind to others. See you next
A live one-on-one conversation. 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie KWard coming at ya.